Have you ever felt the weight of betrayal or the sting of deception? Perhaps you've been on the other side, struggling with the guilt of cheating or lying to someone you love. Whatever your experience, this story will take you on a journey of self-discovery and redemption. The Deadly Affair is more than just a tale of love, lies, and revenge. It's a reflection of our own vulnerabilities and strengths. Join us as we explore the complexities of human relationships and the power of forgiveness. This story will challenge you, inspire you, and remind you that even in the darkest moments, there's always a path forward. In the heart of New York City, a mysterious invitation circulated among the city's elite. It was an exclusive dinner party hosted by the enigmatic billionaire, Alexander Grayson, at his luxurious penthouse apartment. The guest list included influential figures from politics, business, and entertainment, all drawn by the promise of a night to remember. Among the guests was Samantha Taylor, a brilliant and ambitious journalist known for her fearless investigations. She had been tracking a series of high-profile scandals and sensed that this dinner party might be connected to her latest story. As Samantha prepared for the evening, she couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and apprehension. She had heard rumors about Alexander's mysterious dealings, but nothing concrete had ever surfaced. This dinner party could be her chance to uncover the truth. The evening arrived, and Samantha dressed in her finest attire, ready to mingle with the city's elite. As she entered the penthouse, she was greeted by Alexander himself, who welcomed her with a charming smile. "Good evening, Samantha. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. I've heard a lot about your work," Alexander said, his eyes gleaming with interest. Samantha smiled graciously, her journalist instincts on high alert. "The pleasure is mine, Mr. Grayson. Your penthouse is stunning." As the night progressed, Samantha mingled with the guests, her eyes scanning the room for any signs of intrigue. She noticed a man standing by the window, his gaze fixed on her. He was tall, with piercing blue eyes and a charming smile. "Who is that?" Samantha asked one of the other guests, nodding towards the mysterious man. "That's James Reed, a successful businessman. He's been making waves in the financial sector lately," the guest replied. Samantha's curiosity was piqued. She made her way towards James, determined to learn more about him. The evening of the dinner party was filled with laughter and conversation, but beneath the surface, secrets simmered. Samantha found herself drawn to James, who seemed charming and genuine. However, she couldn't shake off the feeling that he was hiding something. As they talked, Samantha discovered that James was involved in several high-profile business deals, but there was a sense of mystery surrounding his personal life. She sensed that he was guarded, careful about what he revealed. The conversation turned to a recent string of mysterious disappearances among New York's wealthy elite. Rumors swirled about a secret society involved in these disappearances, and Samantha became determined to uncover the truth. "I've been investigating these disappearances," Samantha said, her voice low and serious. "Do you know anything about them?" James's expression changed, and for a moment, Samantha saw a flicker of fear in his eyes. "I don't know what you're talking about," he said quickly, but his tone betrayed his words. Samantha's journalist instincts kicked in. She knew she had stumbled upon something significant. As the night wore on, the dinner party became more intense. Conversations turned to politics and business, with alliances being formed and broken in the span of minutes. Samantha realized that this dinner party was more than just a social gathering. It was a battlefield where the city's elite fought for power and influence. During the dinner, Samantha caught glimpses of Victoria Grayson, Alexander's wife, who seemed distant and detached from the conversation. There was an air of sadness around her, a sense of being trapped in a life she didn't want. As the evening progressed, Samantha noticed that Victoria and James exchanged glances, their eyes locking in a way that suggested a deeper connection. She began to suspect that they might be involved in an affair. Samantha's curiosity was piqued. She decided to investigate further, sensing that this affair could be the key to unlocking the secrets of the dinner party. As she watched Victoria and James, she realized that their relationship was intense and passionate, but it was also fraught with danger. Victoria was not only married, but also deeply entangled in her husband's mysterious dealings. The affair between Victoria and James was a complex web of emotions and deceit. They were drawn to each other, but their love was forbidden, hidden behind a facade of friendship and respect. Samantha knew she had to tread carefully. She couldn't confront Victoria or James directly, not yet. Instead, she decided to gather more evidence, to understand the full extent of their affair and its implications. As Samantha dug deeper into the secrets of the dinner party, she uncovered a web of deceit and betrayal that went far beyond a simple affair. Alexander Grayson was involved in a sinister plot, using his wealth and influence to manipulate those around him. In a shocking turn of events, Samantha confronted Alexander about her findings. The confrontation turned deadly when Alexander revealed his true intentions: to eliminate anyone who threatened his empire. "You're meddling in affairs you don't understand, Samantha," Alexander said, his voice cold and menacing. "You should have stayed out of this." Samantha stood her ground, despite the fear that gripped her heart. "I won't back down. I'll expose you for what you are." The room fell silent, with all eyes on Samantha and Alexander. The tension was palpable, and for a moment, it seemed like time had stopped. In that moment, James intervened, his voice calm and authoritative. "Alexander, stop this. You're going too far." Alexander's expression turned icy. "You're just as involved as she is, James. You're both a threat to my empire." The confrontation escalated, with Alexander's henchmen closing in on Samantha and James. They were forced to flee, leaving behind the luxurious penthouse and the secrets it held. As Samantha and James escaped the penthouse, they found themselves in a high-speed chase through the city streets. They were aided by James's knowledge of the city and his connections, but they knew they couldn't outrun Alexander's men forever. In a desperate bid to throw off their pursuers, James took a detour through a narrow alleyway. The car screeched to a halt, and they jumped out, running through the alleys of New York. As they ran, Samantha realized that James was not just a charming businessman. He was also resourceful and determined. She began to trust him, sensing that he was on her side. But as they finally managed to evade Alexander's henchmen, Samantha discovered a shocking truth. James had been involved in Victoria's manipulation, using their affair to gather information about Alexander's dealings. "I didn't mean to hurt anyone," James said, his eyes filled with regret. "I was trapped in a situation I couldn't control." Samantha's feelings were mixed. She was angry at James's deception, but she also understood his desperation. Together, they decided to expose Alexander's empire, to bring him down and free themselves from his grasp. The story culminated in a dramatic showdown between Samantha, James, and Victoria. In a tense confrontation, Victoria's true motives were revealed. She had been orchestrating the disappearances to cover her tracks and secure her position in Alexander's empire. "You used me," James said, his voice filled with anger. "You used our affair to further your own interests." Victoria smiled, a cold, calculating smile. "I did what I had to do. And now, It's time for you both to pay the price. The confrontation turned deadly, with Victoria pulling out a gun. Samantha and James were forced to defend themselves, and in the ensuing struggle, Victoria was killed. As the dust settled, Samantha and James stood together, their lives forever changed by the events of that fateful night. As the police arrived to take Victoria's body away, Samantha and James were left to process the aftermath of their ordeal. They had uncovered a sinister plot, brought down a corrupt empire, and survived a deadly confrontation. Samantha reflected on the lessons she had learned. She realized that even in the darkest of times, courage and determination could lead to redemption and justice. James, freed from Victoria's grasp, began to rebuild his life, grateful for a second chance. Together, they vowed to expose the truth about Alexander's empire, ensuring that no one else would fall victim to his sinister plots. The story of the deadly affair ended with a sense of closure and redemption. Samantha and James emerged as heroes, their lives forever intertwined by the events of that fateful night. Each chapter has been expanded to delve deeper into the characters' motivations and the plot twists, making the story more engaging and suspenseful. The narrative is designed to keep viewers on the edge of their seats, eager to uncover the secrets and lies that unfold throughout the story. And so the story of the deadly affair comes to a close, a tale of love, lies, and redemption that reminds us of the complexities of human relationships and the power of forgiveness. As we reflect on the journey of Samantha and James, we're reminded that even in the darkest moments, there's always a choice to rise above. A choice to seek truth, to forgive, and to move forward. If you've been inspired by this story, remember that your own journey is unique, filled with challenges and opportunities for growth. Take a moment to reflect on your own relationships and the choices you make. Thanks for watching The Deadly Affair. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more thrilling tales of love, betrayal, and redemption. Join us next time as we explore another gripping narrative.